All right, class dismissed. Everybody can go, except you, Jameson. Can I speak to you for a minute?
Yes, sir.
Right, I've got your report here on the outsiders.
Yes, sir. I handed it up on the due date, right on time.
Yes, I know. Look, Jamston, I've had a read, and I think you've gone insane.
What? What would cause you to think that?
You've dedicated a whole paragraph to Ponyboy's horse riding abilities.
Yes.
Ponyboy doesn't ride horses.
I know, but what I was doing was reading between the lines.
That doesn't make any sense.
I was extrapolating, sir, using what was written to make assumptions about what was going on behind the scenes.
Or maybe you just didn't read the book.
Sir! That is a massive accusation. You watch where you go throwing that around. I've got a reputation to uphold here.
Jamson, you wrote that the book was about a group of boys searching for a volcano.
Yeah, I did.
You know there's a movie you can watch.
A movie?
Yes, Patrick Swayze, Tom Cruise, other people.
I didn't know there was a movie.
It's good. It's a good movie.
Oh, I could have watched that rather than making up all the volcano stuff.
It seems to me like it would have been more work to come up with all that volcano stuff than to just read the book.
Oh, you've got no idea. I had such trouble making that stuff up that I had to start writing down the stuff I was making up on a different document.
Well, that's interesting.
Before I knew it, I was fleshing out the backstory pretty thoroughly so my essay would be coherent.
Right.
So then I was like, I might as well write out the whole thing so at least I know what I'm talking about.
Wrote out the whole thing?
Yeah, it was like 250 pages. The Volcano Boys. That's what I called it.
Did you write a book?
You see, that's where it gets interesting. So I'm down at the town library, printing out all the pages so I can have a hard copy.
Okay.
So then I was walking home and I passed the Penguin Publishing building and I tripped on a rock and the pages went everywhere. So this nice man helped me pick them up and it turns out he was the head of the company. So he's like, can I have a read? And I was like, yeah. And so the next day he calls me, tells me I've got myself a book deal. Wasn't even after one.
Did you get a book published?
So it goes into bookstores and at first sales were a bit slow and then it started to pick up a little bit of buzz and now we've sold about 250,000 copies.
Jamson, are you a best-selling author?
Yeah, New York Timings or some shit. Isn't that funny? Anyway, so I did all that. It ended up being quite fun, but I really just did it so I could write this report properly.
Jamson, you went to all this effort. You wrote an apparently decent novel, all to aid you in badly faking a book report. Why don't you just read The Outsiders?
Nah, that I hate reading.